Happy fall, y'all. I am so excited about this video. This is always one of my favorite videos to record. It is that time of year. I'm telling you, fall brings all the cozy vibes. So I'm going to show you today some of my favorite fall things, all the way from my favorite fall reads, to recipes, drinks, to all the things. And so grab your favorite coffee or tea and let's get started. All right, right off the bat, I love how you guys always ask about my nail color. I'm telling you, I am such a penny pincher, and so I don't get my nails done, and I don't even spend that much money on nail polish. So my favorite nail polish that I always go back to is called Sinful colors, and right now I'm wearing such a fun, just more neutral fall color. It's not like, bam, it's fall, and all the blacks and the darks, which I'm so excited to start wearing the dark colors. But this is just a really pretty, calming neutral shade, and it is Sinful colors, where you can find it at Walmart, Target. No joke, it's like $2. And this color is called Vacation Time, which is so perfect because I am on fall break. Praise the Lord. Everyone just take a minute, and everybody just appreciate, because if you don't have fall break, we're gonna take a minute and pray for you too. So yeah, I'm on fall break, and this district is amazing. We get a whole week off. My last school back in Oklahoma, we got a few days off, which was also amazing because I came from Ohio, and well, lots of states, but I spent most of my time in Ohio, and we never got a fall break. When I moved to Oklahoma, I was like, what? We get a break in October, and a Christmas break, and a spring break? Where have you been all my life? So praise the Lord. That was definitely from Jesus. So thank you. Love those nail polish colors, cheap. And if you get the top coat, I always recommend the top coat because it makes it shiny, but it also makes it last for a week. And I'm one of those where I'm like, I'm ready for a new color by the next week. So this is my go-to, and I love it. On to my favorite fall reads. These books give all the cozy vibes, which we all want when it's rainy, when it's getting dark outside, when you smell the leaves and it's chilly and you're bundling up next to a fake fire because we don't have a real fireplace, and your favorite coffee or tea, and you have a book that just makes you warm and fuzzy. So amazing. So I'm gonna first start with family read alouds or class read alouds. So if you love to read a book at night with your kids, these three books are some of my favorite read alouds. And if you are a teacher, these are gonna be some really good read alouds for your class during the season of fall. So our first one is The Green Ember, which we just finished as a family. And can we just take a look at this beautiful cover? And it is a material that's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a soft kind of velvety cover. I literally could just sit here and do this all day. But then I feel like people would question about my mind and why I read this book, because it's just so soft. Anyways, let's get to the actual book. It is just so beautifully written. It's called The Green Ember by S.D. Smith, and the illustrator, there are some pictures in them, by Zach Franzen. And not only is it so beautifully written, very poetic, it's not written in verse, but it's very poetic. Just the storyline, if you love fantasy meets adventure meets family themes, it's so good. My brother and sister-in-law recommended it to us. They actually gifted this book to us this last Christmas, and they knew we loved to read a chapter of a book every night with our kids, and so we loved it so much. And it has, I think, 3 or 4, hold on, I think it has 4 books after it. Yeah, 4 books, and it's not set in autumn. There are definitely chapters that have, you know, autumn in it because it's, you know, written over a long period of time. And it just brings on that cozy fall vibes where you're sitting by a fire and there's a you know, an older gentleman reading a story, and the two rabbits, they're a brother and sister, and it's just, I don't want to give away too much, but it definitely is a really good read aloud for your family. What we would do is at night, because he gives you the first audiobook for free, so we listened to it and we turned on YouTube, like an ambiance fall setting, and we would listen to it and every night, and it was just amazing. It was a good way to calm down from the day, but I would highly recommend this. It is such a good book, very good series, clean, and just really strong family themes to it. And it brought out some good discussions as well. Since we have, you know, 2 boys and a girl, it's really helpful that it has a brother and sister lead, and it brought out some really good conversations. So definitely read this. Another one of our favorites for either a classroom read aloud or a family read aloud is the Wingfeather. And Andrew Peterson, if you don't know, he writes amazing lyrics to songs. I mean, look him up on Spotify. Really, really cool acoustic, kind of folksy sound. But he's also a writer, and he's wanted to write this series, I think he said, since he was a kid. And this is definitely fantasy. So many things, dragons, and it has different creatures in it. Definitely a family theme tie as well. It's set in this world, but it also has two brothers and a sister as the main leads, and the end like completely threw me off in the best way possible, and we were all like, wait, what? And made us want to read more. So we read this first and then read this one because we wanted to give this a try, and now we're going to go back to reading the second one. This is just so good, and it made us want to read so many more, and he does have more of these, and they also have some really cool pictures as well. Let me see if I can find a good picture. And no joke, also very beautifully written as well. This is such a good book for a family, and it gives so many cozy vibes, but also just rich, deep, family-rooted themes that also brought on really good discussions. So this is an amazing book. Another one of my favorite read alouds, especially in my classroom, is Gregor the Overlander, and I don't have a copy. I left it at school, and you know I ain't going to school right now on break. So I'm gonna put it right here. This is actually Suzanne Collins' first book before she ever wrote The Hunger Games, and it is by far one of my students' favorites. Every time I read it, I've read it for the last 8 years. Right now I'm reading it in my enrichment class for intervention, and it is so good and perfect for October because it has giant rats and giant bats and spiders, and it's set in this Underland, which is why he's called Gregor the Overlander. I don't want to give too much away, but most of the book takes place in the Underland, which is basically, you know, there's no sun, no light, lots of torches, caves, and all these giant creatures that you would normally see around Halloween time. And it is so much fun. Again, really good family ties. I think all of these 3 books would be such a fun read to read around fall time, especially Gregor the Overlander. Your class kids in your classroom, your students would love it, especially around Halloween, and put on a fireplace in the background, read it, the kids would devour it, and it's amazing, so much fun. All right, another one of my reads that is definitely good to read around this time of the year is called Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis, and it is considered a classic, but it is not one that a lot of people reach for if they want to dive into C.S. Lewis. A lot of the times they reach for Mere Christianity or The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, but this one is definitely one that I got chills a lot. And it's written in satire, and it's shorter, but it is basically about a mentor that is a demon, and he is an assistant for, they call him the Father Below, which is the devil, Satan, and he is mentoring a new demon called Wormwood. And it's a compilation of all these letters about how to tempt his human that he was assigned to. And man, even if you are not a religious person, like, I would read it because it is so eye-opening and makes you think about that this battle is not with flesh and blood. So like all of these crazy things that can happen in this world, just this book makes you think outside of our just what we see in front of us. And it gives me chills every time. I had my husband read it one year and he was like, in the first chapter, he was like, whoa. And I don't know, I would pick it up. Like I said, it's a shorter read, but definitely one that you have to like chew on and like reflect on. And oh wow, it's really mind-blowing. Love C.S. Lewis with my whole heart. Another read that I am actually currently reading right now, and it's a new author. It's on my Kindle. It's called Once I Knew. And it is the cover, I'll put it here because it's so beautiful. And you can't really see it on a Kindle because it's black and white. But talk about the, let me see if I can say this word right. Here we go, ready? Autumnal, you know, like autumny. I like autumny better, but whatever. For sure has those themes. And at the very first chapter, it talks about like walking on those crisp leaves and feeling the breeze as she's walking. It's definitely a cozy fantasy. It looks kind of realistic, or not realistic, historical fiction, but it's set in a different world. So it's fantasy, but it's definitely that cozy fantasy. So if you don't like fantasy, I would give this one a try. I'm halfway through it and I'm really, really loving it. It's by Victoria Lynn, and I think I'm gonna enjoy her books because this is a new author. And it's, right now, it's set as this main girl who found this guy that she thought was dead in the forest, hence why she was walking on the leaves. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's definitely a romance, very good, cozy vibes if you're looking for a cozy fantasy. So love this one so far. All right, on to my two favorite recipes that I love for fall. I was gonna mention this one, but it's so simple. So this is not one of my favorites that I'm gonna mention to you, but it is my favorites for winter and fall. It's just a good grilled cheese with tomato soup. I mean, we can't really talk about the recipe because I literally just do a grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's just one of my favorite meals, and it's so cozy. So my two favorite meals, my first one is my mom's recipe. So Mama Bailey, I love you so much. This we make every fall, and it's called hodgepodge soup. And it's really what it means. Like, you just put all this stuff together in a big pot, whether it's in your crock pot or Instapot or your just big soup pot, which is what I do. And you cook it all day. It smells so yummy. The aroma in your house is just so warming. And basically what it is 3 big cans of chicken noodle progressive soup. Apparently for her, this is like, you gotta choose the soup. And 2 cans of Rotel to give it a kick. And I have added bone broth to it, just to give you some, you know, good, just look up bone broth. It's really good for you. So since I can't really do chicken right now, I've been not doing the chicken noodle soup that she normally does, and I do like minestrone soup from Progressive. So you can do either one. When I used to be able to eat chicken, the chicken noodle soup with the Rotel and the bone broth was such a good mix. And so that's really the true recipe. And so you mix all of that together. So it's 3 cans of whatever soup, minestrone or chicken noodle, and 2 cans of Rotel, and I just put in maybe half of a carton of either chicken or beef bone broth and let that simmer. And we usually eat it with cornbread or with Fritos and cheese on top, kind of like a chili. But it's so good because it has that good kind of warming flavor of the chicken noodle soup, but it has a kick, and then whatever you want to add on top. So it's so easy. I'm all about easy. Don't give me a recipe that has 5,000 tasks and it's going to take 2 hours. Nah, I need something you need to put in a pot and then it's done. Okay, so that's super yummy. My other favorite recipe that we love to do, we call them sweet potato bowls, and you just need rice. For our family of 4, we usually do 3 sweet potatoes that we cut up into cubes. And once you have them cut up, you put them on a cookie sheet, put them in the oven with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. Put the sweet potato cubes in the oven for like 420 to 425 for about like 20 to 30 minutes to make sure they're really good and cooked in the middle. And we put them on top of rice. And we also cook up some snap peas and carrots and put that on top. And then once the sweet potatoes are cooked, we'll toss them in whatever sauce we like, whether we're feeling teriyaki or, you know, honey and cinnamon or whatever we're feeling. You just cook it all up, whatever sauce you like. Put that on top of your snap peas, carrots and rice. And then if you want to get real crazy, make an over easy egg and put that on top. And no joke, that gives it the best flavor because you got the creaminess of your yolk and it gives you all of the, those warming, I keep saying vibes, but that's what I'm feeling today, okay? All of the warming feelings, and it's just so good and it fills you up. So yummy. So those are my top 2 favorite recipes. I am always in need of recipes, so share your favorite fall recipes, but make sure they're easy. This girl can't handle a whole lot of things to do. Leave them down in the comments below because we all would like some new recipes, right? Okay, now on to my favorite drinks. Okay, so my friends and I taste tested the new Alani, and I had a couple people message me and say, why are you guys drinking at school? Oh girl, no, we did not drink at school, nor do we ever drink at school. It is an energy drink, and if you have never tried an Alani energy drink, please, because they're so delicious. I don't like energy drinks, and these are so yummy. They came out with a new fall flavor, and I'll put it up here. I was actually gonna go get one, but I'm too lazy today. And it is called Witch's Brew, and if you like the caramel apple suckers for Halloween, like those, you know, that stick to your teeth, but they're so good, tastes exactly like it. It is not too sweet. If you're like, that tastes too sweet to me, or it sounds too sweet, it is so good. So yummy, so yummy. It definitely has more of a bite to it, like a kind of a green apple. So it's not too sweet, and the smoothness of the caramel flavor. So I even got my husband to really, really like it. And because I can't drink a whole Alani, my sweet friends, they crack me up, they'll chug it. And I'm like, how is your heart not popping out of your chest? Because whenever I drink just a little bit, my heart's like, brrr. So I only drink a little bit. But it is really good, especially on the afternoons because our planning is in the afternoons and we're just so tired and dragging. And there's still more things to be done. Grading, planning, PLCs, you know, contacting parents. We need that extra oomph at the end of the day. So definitely check that out. My other favorite is not necessarily a drink, but a drink creamer. So my favorite creamer, did I not grab it? I thought I did. Hold on, let me go get it. So if you ever find this creamer at Target, Kroger, Publix, I don't know. I've seen them at Target and Kroger. I think that was the only 2 places that I've seen them. It is the best. It is non-dairy, so even if you're not non-dairy, I think it's better than all the other dairy creamers. I don't tolerate to dairy very well, but it's not like a huge, you know, concern for me than, you know, other foods. But this creamer, the oatmeal cookie one, is by far my favorite. It is, I have it in my coffee right now. Creamy, extra creamy. So it only needs a little bit, and it has the cinnamony, vanilla-y, just kind of rich flavor of what you would think an oatmeal cookie is. I love it so much. Definitely go check it out. It's for, I think they usually have it all year round, but I love it around fall time. Their pumpkin spice is good. It's not my favorite. I'm not a huge pumpkin spice person. Like, I wouldn't turn it down, but this is more my vibe of the more like soft vanilla, just rich, you know, robust, creamy. That's my vibe, and it's so good. I'm telling you, go get it right now. So yummy. Speaking of, let's just, my tag. So good. Couple more things, and then I'm gonna head out. And I don't know, it's such a beautiful day today, which I'm more of like a rainy kind of sit inside with it storming outside kind of girl, but I'm loving the sun. It's like 70 degrees. It's so pretty. So we're gonna go outside soon. My last couple things are favorite playlist. I know a lot of us like to play calming music when our students are independently working or station instruments. I actually turn them on when I'm grading and it's just me in my classroom or whether I'm at home. And the 2 that I love is Autumn Cello, and it is absolutely beautiful. Sometimes, like I said, I just put it on in my house and it just has these deep, rich sounds of a cello that I love, and it brings out this like dark, cozy sounds with the other instruments, and it's just lovely. Another playlist that my kids love, fall instrumental music, and I will tag all this below as well. And these are all on Spotify, but if you look them up on YouTube, I guarantee you'll find some good music as well. This has more songs that are popular, like When September Ends, but it's just instruments. So that's a really good one. And then 2 YouTube channels that I love to use in my classroom and at home. And it's just a fall ambiance background with rain or leaves. So my 2 favorite that I love so much is Cozy Rain. They have the best, and they just came out with some Halloween ones that I'm gonna put in my room, and I use this in my classroom for when we're doing station work, when we're doing independent work, when we're doing independent silent read, and they love it so much because it just kind of changes the scene in the room and environment in our room and just makes it super fun and calming. Why do you always open the door like that? I'm almost done. I promise. So I said Cozy Rain, right? What was the other one? New Bliss. New Bliss is probably my top favorite. And they also came out with some Halloween ones. And I'm telling you, it's just ambiance. So it's like a cottage that has trees in the background and it's falling and you feel it. Sometimes there's calm music. I usually like the ones without music. But my favorite ones are like inside in a book nook and you see the rain outside falling and the fire is on. And it's like, can I live there, please? I know you made this up in your fantasy world, but like, can I just, and like, you know what I mean? Like just pluck myself out and live there for like a week and by myself. I mean, like that would be heaven, right? So definitely check that out. I think all students would love it. All the way from kindergarten all the way up. It's just so neat to do. And if you're not into transformations, put this on in your screen and boom, instant transformation. If you're doing like a Halloween poem or doing little haunted houses, put on one of those Halloween ambiance videos, boom, quick transformation that you didn't have to buy or set up. It's amazing. And my last one is fall fashion trends. Let me tell you, I'm not really a fashionista. Honestly, I don't care what's on trend. My #1 priority is comfort. Is it comfortable? Okay, you don't have to tell me the trends. I just want to know what trend is comfortable. Because a lot of these trends, I'm like, nah, I want to know where in this is the oversized sweaters and leggings. They're not in trend anymore? Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll continue to wear those. So honestly, I'm not the girl to ask for fashionista advice. I really am not. You will catch me in the fall wearing what I usually wear, are leggings and a giant either cardigan with a teacher shirt or an oversized sweater that I can dress up a little bit, or, you know, wide-legged pants with a cute t-shirt and a jean jacket. I mean, I'm all about the comfort, all about the stretchy. And I can make it look cute, I can, and make me look put together and I didn't roll out of bed, which kind of do sometimes. I can make it look like I didn't, you know what I mean? So if you have any fall trends that are comfy, leave them below because I am not the girl to ask for fashion advice. I literally hate going shopping now in stores because I feel like I can't find what I love and I don't want to try things on. So I usually buy things on Amazon. Or I'll go to garage sales. And if it doesn't fit, that's fine. I paid 50 cents for it. So I'm all about the oversized, stretchy. That's me. I'm going to be proud of who I am, so. And that is the conclusion of this video. Such a fun way to start my fall break, talking about all the fall things. Comment below of what you liked, the things that I mentioned. Comment below of what you love, books, recipes, fashion, nail polish, all of the things, because we are all in this together and we all like to hear things that we haven't heard of before. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for coming along today and just sitting and chatting with me. I hope that you enjoyed whatever coffee or beverage that you chose and we got to just sit and talk. I just love our sit and coffee chats. What did I just say? I love our coffee chats that are cozy because I'm not at school right now. Praying for you if you're not on fall break yet. Praying for you that you sustain and endure and you can get there and you're having a good time doing it, okay? Love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and life can be messy. Oh, before you go, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love for you to subscribe and click the like button so this video can be seen to other fall people that love fall. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Life can be messy, but there's always joy to be found. Mwah.